We first met along the Straits of Grand Valley. We've been racing ever since. We are the sons and daughters of Chicane and Chassis, card-carrying members of the 200-mile-per-hour club. The haters dismissed us as armchair racers and said our game wasn't a sport. Then, we filled the podium at Le Mans. But something changed. The game became less about competition and more about collecting cars. Today we say, we want change. Let's burn it to the ground. Start from scratch. Build something worth racing for. Manufacturer. Nation. Pride. This is real racing. Driver versus driver. Human against human. This is a chance to get better, stronger, faster. Because we don't want just another game. We want sport.
PlayStation.
Hey everyone, welcome back to E3 2017, live from the Twitch booth. And I am honoured to be joined by someone who needs no introduction, the legendary Yamauchi, and obviously Taka the translator. And we're joined by Rachel as well. We're here to talk about GT Sport. I am super excited to play this game. I've been a fan for 20 years. It's been 20 years, 1997.
Oh,
since the first one. I've played every single one, and I am so happy and hyped to be looking forward to a new one. Obviously, there's so much we can talk about. But firstly, what is it, one of the main things that fans of the series are going to be looking for in this new version, which is, you know, Gran Turismo Sport?
今回だから新しいグランツーリズムスポーツでファンはどういったものを期待できますでしょうか。
今回のグランツーリスモスポーツというのはこれまでのグランツーリスモの中で最もフィーチャーの数が多くてで最もクオリティが高くてなんていうのかなグランツーリスモ1って1997年に登場した時にね全ての最先端のテクノロジーを使って一番最高のことをやった、タイトルだと思うんだけれども今作っているグランツーリスモスポーツというのはまさに、それをもう一回やろうとしている感じがしますね。ですから、ものすごい巨大なタイトルなんだけれども多分そのどのピースを取ってもものすごく奥が深くて楽しめると思います。
Okay, so Gran Turismo Sport is a title that contains the most number of features in any of the series that we've released in the past. And each one of those is achieved at the highest quality that we can achieve. You know, back when we did Gran Turismo 1, back 20 years ago in 1991, at the time, you know, we took the best technology, the cutting-edge technology that was available to us at the time, and put it out to the market. And that's sort of what we're doing again for Gran Turismo Sport. You know, it's a huge title with lots and lots of different features. No matter where what piece you take out of it, each one of them is going to be finished at the highest quality that we can achieve with the highest technology that we can use, you know, at this time.
And that's always something that's been so famous about the series is how much attention to detail. You know, I've played a lot of games in my life. I've been gaming for 30 years, and there's nothing quite like driving a car in a Gran Turismo game. That feeling of feedback, the track, the feeling of each individual different car, and to be able to use obviously the PlayStation 4 technology and bring in these new features is really exciting. One feature I'm really excited about is obviously in this series as a whole, license tests. You've always been get round one corner, get round 3 corners, get around that chicane. You're now introducing a system where you can get officially licensed as an FIA driver, and that sounds very difficult but very intriguing.
僕もう30年以上ゲーマーやってて、もうずっと毎回グランツーリスモ出るたびにものすごくリアルなフィードバックだったり、さまざまなコースだったり、それぞれの車が違うフィールがあったり、そういったことがもう大好きでずっとやり続けてきたんですけど、今回、プレイステーション4のテクノロジーになって、いろいろまた変わる上に、さらにライセンステストが以前からもありましたけど、一つのコーナーを学ぶとか、試験を学ぶとか、そういったことをやっていて、さらに今回はライセンステストだけじゃなくて、本物の FIA のレースライセンスがもらえるって話ですね。すごく困難なチャレンジのような気もするんですけど、そういったことが入ることに対して僕はすごく楽しみにしているんです。
そうですね。グランツーリスモはこれまでも、ビデオゲームの世界と、リアルな世界との、境界を、そのバウンダリーを超えようとしてきたビデオゲームですよね。でこのグランツーリスモスポーツもまさに、その運動は続いていて、例えば今おっしゃった、FIA グランツーリスモデジタルライセンスについてはグランツーリスモの中で一定の成績を収めることで、世界各国の、本物のモータースポーツのライセンスが手に入るっていうプログラムなんですよね。だから僕らがやろうとしていることっていうのは、リアルとバーチャルが接近するとかじゃなくて、そうじゃなくてリアルもバーチャルも含めて一つのモータースポーツにしようとしてるんですね。それが僕らと FIA が考えていることです。
Okay, so Gran Turismo, even up till now, we've been always working to kind of go beyond the boundaries of video games in the real life, and that movement is still continuing in Gran Turismo Sport. The FIA Gran Turismo digital license that you were just talking about, it's a program in which, after clearing a certain level of criteria within the game, the player is entitled to receive and apply for a real-world motorsports license, from their local ASNs around the world, and it's, what we're trying to do is not really just bring together and bring closer the real and virtual worlds. We're actually trying to merge it together so that it's actually together as one.
Oh, one of the ways that you guys are doing that as well is you're bringing in a couple new brands to this game. Can you tell us about some of the exclusive partnerships that you can announce?
またもう一つユニークなアスペクトとして、グランツーリスモスポーツでは新しいブランドが登場したりもしますよね。そういった新しいパートナーシップについて教えていただける部分はありますか？
そうですね。多分ね、それってブランドセントラルのことだと思うんですけれども、グランツーリスモスポーツに入っている。で、ブランドセントラルとは何かというと、これはかつてカーディーラーシップと言っていたものを言い換えたんですね。で、そこに行くと、例えば僕が15歳の時にBMW のディーラーの前に立って、決心を決めてドアを開けて入って、で、中でブロシャーを一つ取ってきただけなんですけれども、それでもね、僕にとってはすごいドキドキした、BMW というブランドとの出会いだったんですよ。で、そういうことがビデオゲームの世界でもできるようにしようと思って作ったのがブランドセントラルというセクションですね。
So, I think what you're talking about is the brand central section of Gran Turismo Sport, and what that is it's a section that we've rephrased and renamed from the car dealerships that we've had in the past. And the reason why I decided to do that was because when I was about 15 years old, I walked into a BMW dealer for the first time. It was my heart was thumping as I was a kind of doki doki, yeah. And I was, walking into this place for the first time just to pick up a brochure, and it was my first, discovery with the brand. It was my first, meeting with this car brand called BMW, and that's the sort of experience I wanted to give to the players and the kids that are playing the video games, and that's how the brand central is going to be set up.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, a Gran Turismo game is, your love of cars comes across so much. That attention to detail, that attention to physics and graphics and sound. And, obviously, one of the favorite parts of me that's exemplified by is the replays. I can do a 30-lap race, and I can watch all 30 laps of that race back in replay mode. And now you're adding this new thing like a GT Live, where you can actually watch people race and use that incredible replay system and incredible graphics and attention to detail and enjoy it on a whole other level.
グランツーリスモのゲームというのは、
はい
本当に山内さんの車への愛が本当に溢れてるのがすごく感じ取られるタイトルなんですけど、
はい
もう本当にもうフィジクスであり、グラフィックスだったり、サウンドだったり、本当にものすごい詳細までディテールが詰めてあって、
はい
で僕もその中でリプレイが大好きで、もう
それは
もう30ラップとか走っても、
はい
その後もう一回ちゃんとリプレイで最初から最後まで、
はい
見てもすごく楽しめるというぐらい、
はい
やっぱりグランツーリスモのそういった機能がすごくよくできてますよね。
はい
で今回さらに、GT ライブという実際に他の人がレースしているシーンをフルに
はい
観戦できるというモードが入っているというふうに聞いたんですけど、それについて話していただけますか。
グランツーリスモスポーツライブは何かというと、例えば、月に2回、ウィークエンドに、オンラインでのコンペティションを、ライブブロードキャストする、そういう仕組みのことですね。ですから、そこでは本当にトップカテゴリーの、グランツーリスモレーサー同士のもう本当にハイレベルな争いが、見られるということです。
Yeah, so what that GT Sport Live is about is it's going to allow everyone to spectate these races on the weekends, these official races in the online competitions between the top level drivers, in Gran Turismo Sport. It'll be on a live broadcast throughout the world with commentary, and you'll be able to watch these guys, really the top of the top drivers, playing Gran Turismo, really go at it against each other.
Also, I cannot wait. You can probably tell I'm a huge fan of the series. But this is the first time you're going into VR. And what kind of challenges did that present? Your attention to detail is famous, and your sense of everything has to be correct and right. What is there any limitations? Is there any benefits to VR? How are you approaching it?
もう本当に待ち遠しいんですけど、今回、VR にも初めて対応されるという話で、山内さんのディテールのこだわりだったり、感覚へのこだわりだったり、いろいろやっぱりこだわりがあると思うんですけど、VR に対応するにあたってどういった制限だったり、どういった、困難がありますでしょうか。
VR はね、とにかく大変です。
VR is really difficult.
で、何が大変というと、VR ってステレオイメージですから、イメージを2つ書く必要がありますよね。だからものすごく負荷が高いんです。それをクリアするのがまず大変で。
Yeah, so VR, it's a VR image actually consists of two screens for each eye. So you have to draw two screens with your system, which is actually very load intensive and cumbersome.
で、それでもクオリティを落とさないこと、でかつ、VR って自分が想像しないことがイメージしないことが起きた瞬間に酔うんですよ。たとえそれが 0.5 秒であったとしてもね。だから常に、人間の生理にマッチしたことが起きるようにフィジックスなんかをちゃんと作らないと、必ず酔うんですね。
And the other thing is that it's not only is the quality important, it's the sensations that you get in the game. If the game does something that your mind is not expecting, that's when you start feeling uncomfortable and you start feeling the queasiness. It's when you have the physics arranged properly so that the cars are reacting in a way that your mind expects it to react, then you don't get sick. So that's the part that we really had to work on, to make it right, and that really involves the proper arrangement of the physics system. That has to work properly in order to enable that.
Sadly, that is all we have time for. I could talk for hours and hours about Gran Turismo, but we have much more things still to come here. Thank you for your time, and thank you for making such incredible games.